Hello everyone and welcome to Tina Abroad. So today's video is something that I really didn't want to do. I did not want to get involved with this stupid subject. But as you can see, I have to. So that's not the reason why I wanted to talk about this, but yes, I have been self-quarantined since Tuesday, 17th of March. Today, the day of filming is Friday, 20th of March. Right, so now that we got that sorted. My symptoms first started on Sunday. I started having a little bit of tingling here and I started a little bit of like dry cough, and then Monday I started a bit more coughing, and then Tuesday I just woke up with a really massive headache and my eyes hurt and I started having a fever. So first I only had like 37.4 when I noticed that I started getting a bit hot, and then I had 37.7 1 hour later, and then by the night I had 37.9, I think was maximum. So obviously I called in straight away at work and I told them that I have a cough and I have a fever, so I have to self-isolate. My boyfriend did the same. He doesn't have any symptoms, but that's the procedure. We don't want to get anyone else sick. I'm really sure that I only have a normal cold, but then again. So for me it feels like a normal cold. It's something that I had multiple times before because I do have a cold at least once or twice a year, unfortunately. My immune system is not that great. Right, so let's just start off with how I got sick. Basically, Friday and Saturday I've been doing like a different shift that I usually do. I had to wake up at 5 in the morning, which I usually sleep until about 10, and I go to sleep at around like 2 o'clock in the night. I'm a night owl. I go to sleep at like 2 or 3 o'clock in the night. I would even stay until 5 in the morning. So I only slept like a couple of hours or maybe like 3 hours, and then I had to wake up and go to work. It was really cold outside and rainy, windy, really shitty weather, and I also had a lot of extra work to do. It was busier than usual because of all the lovely drama. I'm guessing too many people out and about. And I work with the public, so sick people all around me. If you're sick you should stay home, but never mind. It was both Friday and Saturday I was really tired by the time I finished my shift, and I was cold all day, and when I got like into a warm room and I got to sit down and chill, it's like my face started burning and I was already sure that I'm doomed. So yeah, the next day I started having a bit of cough, and I already let my colleagues know that I felt that I'm getting sick. I knew why, so I know it's a cold, but I had a really bad cough as well on Tuesday, and my nose was getting blocked constantly. It's like I was using nose drops and I still had my nose blocked non-stop. Normally on an NHS, and I'll put a page here, says that from the moment that you develop a cough or like any of the symptoms like fever, cough, or like heavy breathing, you should self-isolate yourself for 7 days, and then your partner or whoever lives with you in the house that doesn't have any symptoms for 14 days, because they might develop a symptom later on. Next day, on Wednesday, I started feeling even worse. My fever went even higher. So I took like 4 paracetamols a day, and I was sleeping under that very thick duvet, and I was sweating buckets, and I was drinking a lot of water. I was like, I want to sweat it all out, because I do think it was just a flu, but again, I don't really know. The reason I don't know is because they don't really do many tests, only if you are over like 70s, if you have any high risk of any complications, if you have any severe illnesses with your lungs or diabetes or any other. If you're not really bad and you don't have any other diseases and you're young and healthy and whatnot, they just recommend you to self-isolate, and they will not do tests for everyone because they do not have tests and they do not have enough doctors to do for everyone. So I've seen people trying to actually call 111 to see what they should do, and they've been on the phone, they've been saying that they've been on the phone for hours and no one answered, and they finally had to call their GPs, and then even with their GPs took ages to get to them. And then the GP is basically just telling you to self-isolate for 14 days and take paracetamol. So yay. Never mind, I'm not saying that to panic everyone. Obviously, if you feel worse, you will call them and they will help you out, but I did not feel the need to call them. Everyone's been asking me, oh, did you call? Did you get yourself tested? Did you? It's like, yeah, because it's that simple. I just panic and I call. I have a cough and I will just call, and I'll keep the line busy so other people that are actually really seriously sick, they cannot go through. But then what will you do? And it's like, I'm just sending them the link from NHS, and it's like, this is what I will do. Just read the NHS pages, just read the main page and just do what they are telling you, and that's it. If you get worse or if you feel like you have heavy breathing or any of that, then you can do anything else. But moving on, so then Tuesday, Wednesday felt like crap, and then Thursday I woke up and my fever went down to 37.2. I felt completely fine. I did feel very weak, like very faint, but I've been sitting in bed for over 2 days and been sweating buckets, so I had no energy, obviously, left in me. So when I was standing up, I was a bit like, ooh. But beside that, my headache was gone. I still had a really mean cough on Thursday, so I didn't really call anyone. I was just texting people. If someone called me, I did let them know that I'm trying not to speak because it was irritating my throat. I was struggling to eat because even like the food and even like the smell from the food was bothering me, and I was coughing constantly, and I didn't want to irritate my throat. So also what I did, I took like a cough syrup for like a chesty cough. So that helped me so much. So I took paracetamol 4 times a day. I took the cough syrup, like the chesty cough syrup, 4 times a day, and then I took maybe like 1 or 2 strepsils as well, because my throat was really bad. But because of that, my throat doesn't hurt even though I was coughing. This is my 4th day basically since I developed the fever and since I started coughing really bad, beside the which I had Sunday and Monday. And as you can see, I'm full of energy. I don't have any fever. I have 36.4 at the moment. Since morning I just woke up and I didn't have any fever, no headache. The only thing, I still have a cough, as you can tell. But the reason why I wanted actually to film is, well, I actually have 2 reasons. Number 1 is because we don't really know how many cases we have in Cumbria. So a lot of people like me are sick and we don't know why, if they only have the flu or not. But doesn't matter, regardless, if you just have like a simple cold or if you think you have the COVID-19, self-isolate. And if you do not need to be out on the street, try not to go out. It is the flu season and so many people are sick, and I feel it kind of impossible to not be in contact with anyone that's sick. I don't know, that's just my opinion, or is it yours as well? Let me know down in the comments what you guys think. We are very misinformed about what's happening in Cumbria. Everyone's talking about like London or like big cities, but then in the Lake District we don't really know. You can have people having the disease, carrying it around and having no symptoms yet. They are saying that they will have like about 25,000 tests that they will be doing a day. I don't know starting from when, I think from April. Yeah, I think they were saying like in a couple of weeks, but I'm not sure. Again, do your own research. I'm just saying that at the moment no one will do a test for you if you just have a cough or if you just have like a slight fever. I have been to Spain in February, but I've uploaded a video on YouTube way later. So I came back from Spain on the 10th of February, so it's like 40 days ago I came from Spain, so I do not have anything from there. My second reason why I wanted to film a video about this today is because I live in the Lake District and today has been a very beautiful day outside, as in the sun came out. And when the sun comes out in the Lake District, everyone goes out on the streets. I was so happy yesterday and the day before because the streets were so quiet because it was cloudy and windy and like really ugly weather outside. And everyone was in their homes. At one point I just realized that, oh my god, not one single car passed on the street, and I didn't even know since when. So I was really impressed. It's like people care, and I was like, okay, so they care for their well-being and the well-being of others. So if they don't have to go out, people are staying at home. So I was like, the only place you actually saw a lot of people are maybe in pubs or in supermarkets, obviously. But then on the streets it was quiet. And then today the bloody sun came out, and that was it. The end. First thing in the morning, the street was absolutely full. It's like people are on their holidays or something. Oh, and a shout out to Nigel Hughes. I'm hoping I'm pronouncing your name right. I'm not butchering it. But yeah, shout out to you. So many people in their t-shirts and shorts. It was absolutely ridiculous. Why, oh why, it was not warm. I think at one point got maximum to 8 degrees. That's nothing for t-shirts and for shorts, especially when it's so many people with a flu or maybe even COVID-19. You do not know, you have no idea, and you're outside in your shorts and t-shirts. Why? And obviously, and the girls have to show their belly buttons because only they have belly buttons. It's not summer. Save it for the summer. Save it for the nice warm days and when people are not sick all around you. And the most upsetting part was that it was full of kids. Kids are kids. So, and plus they're saying that kids are not really at a high risk to get the disease or to get really sick from it. But they do spread it to everyone else. So for example, I saw 4 kids going in the store, buying a can of Coke, and they were all sharing it, and I was like, yay. Who taught you? Oh my god. Okay, and then if you didn't have like the kids and teenagers, you had the old people. And when I mean old, I mean they look like they're over 70, yeah. Why? So many old people on the street. Is like all I saw is kids and old people, kids and old people. Why? So people are self-isolating, people are working from home, or people are like staying in their homes if they came from work and they're staying in their homes to keep you healthy, to not put your life in danger, and then you just go out on the streets. Just because, and you go in your supermarkets and you sit and chat with people. I had at the corner of my house here 2 people, they met each other and they started chatting, and then someone else came and they were like, oh, and hugs and kisses and everything, and I was just looking out the window and I was like, are you freaking kidding me? Move along. Why? And I was like, not to say I'm sick here, and I opened my windows because obviously I need to get some fresh air in the house as well, and to get like some clean air and get rid of whatever is in this air. And then you have outside my window some lovely folks just sitting and chatting for like, I don't know, more than half an hour, and everyone walking around like nothing is happening. You cannot pretend that nothing is happening when you see so many things, and when you see we're not far behind from like Italy. Why? I'm not working in hospitality anymore. I still work with the public, but I have a lot of friends in hospitality because I have been working 4 years and a half, and then Chris has been working for, I don't even know, 8 or 10 years in hospitality. So we know a lot of people around that working like coffee shops and hotels and sorts, and most of their guests are retired old people. And then if they are asked why, so I'm giving you one example today, which I've already heard it a few times. Let me know if you heard this one as well. A very old lady went to a coffee shop, and my friend is going to take her order, and the old lady is like, stay away from me, because I should be quarantined, and to stay away from her. And then my colleague is like, okay, she's going to her manager and she's letting him know that what this lady said. So the manager is going and asking the lady, what do you mean you should be quarantined? Well, you know, because people over 70, they should be quarantined. But, and he's like, so why are you not self-quarantined? Well, and basically her answer was that she doesn't care, she lived her life, and if she'll get the disease, she's fine with it, and it's her choice. And nothing will keep her in the house. So, wow. It's your choice to get sick, whatever, but if you get that freaking COVID-19 and you give it to someone else that doesn't want to get sick. So I'm staying in the house to not get you sick, and then you're on the street because you don't care, because you lived your life. Bravo. And then what about the rest of the people, or what about the young people that have other serious illnesses that they're struggling with, and or like pregnant women? They're bringing new life in the world. They didn't even started their life, and you're putting their life in danger because you do not give up. So I'm sorry, I love old people, but people like that make me think what kind of person they were in their life to do something like that. And so many people out in the street, I was seriously shocked. There's no way that you are misinformed. When you're retired, you watch TV and you read the newspaper. So I refuse to believe that they are just not informed, and people going to them and telling them, and they don't care. So I feel that people should speak up and should ask them, and should be like, okay, if you don't care, care for someone else. If you don't care for yourself, at least try to care for someone else. And another upsetting thing is that so why did that lady leave her house to go and have a coffee? Because she doesn't have coffee in her home, or I don't know. And meeting up with her friends. So if you have your friends, go to your friend's house and have a coffee, and then tomorrow she can come to your house, and then the next day you can go to your other friend's house. Basically, they're going to have like toast with something and a coffee or a tea. That's why they're leaving their house, and they're putting other people's life in danger. So I am really upset. I will probably get like a lot of mixed comments, and I'm actually quite curious to see if there'll be like a lot of people that agree with me, or people that will like tell me off. I'm actually quite interested to see if someone will have something contradictory to say. What? Because I really can't imagine what that would be. Why is a freaking restaurant or coffee shop so much better than your friend's house? Just go in her garden, it was a nice weather, just put a chair outside, I'm sure that you have someone with a garden, and just go and have a freaking coffee there and meet up and chat if you don't care for your own health. But why do you have to go somewhere that you shouldn't? A lot of people will probably be saying that, well, you know, they will run out of business. They will not run out of business if that old lady will stay home and have her coffee. It's a coffee or a toast. I worked in hospitality. I've had so many people, like usually that, and obviously because probably they have like small pension, they can't afford it. So they go and they order like tea for one with 2 cups. And they will sit there for 2 hours. So that's what really upset me today. And I'm not saying that it's only happening in England, because it's happening in every country. In Romania as well, I see on my Facebook page all my friends posting with old people on the street. And it's like you're posting a whole like major street in the city, and all you see is old people, and I'm like, wow. But no, people just go out for a street just because the cloud cracked and the sun slipped through. So yeah, that's what really got me upset today. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments. Do you think this is okay? If you would like me to talk about anything else, leave a comment down below. I'm also really curious to know what you guys think, and if you know like a lot of people that are sick in the Lake District or not. If you don't know about anyone, that would be awesome. but I do know quite a lot of people that have the cold or maybe something else we do not know, because no one got tested. I don't know anyone that got tested and got positive, so we have no idea what the numbers are. So yeah, if you have any other news about the Lake District, leave a comment down below and let's keep each other informed. And just make sure that it's not just a rumor that you heard, and stay in your home if you don't need to go out. So yeah, until next time, stay safe, stay healthy, and don't forget to wash your bloody hands as often as you can and don't touch your face. See you next time. Bye!